and welcome back to another episode of Pali Nana Farms, where we do sustainable agri-tours starting in just a couple months. You'll see that the barn has been renamed the guest center, so we're actually going to receive people through there and start the tours. We'll also demonstrate chocolate. We're probably going to have a hay ride, horse ride, and even a helicopter ride. So stay tuned, to be determined. Now I'd like to introduce Michael. Michael's been working here. He's responsible for much of the work that's been done over here for the last 4 or 5 months. And we're putting him in charge of sort of operations of the farm. He's very responsible and very mature. You want to say a little bit about yourself?
Well, thank you for introducing me, Ron. Hello, my name is Michael Haug. I have the honor and privilege to work with Ron and Nadia Minter throughout the development of this farm, and I basically work with them on anything that they don't want to deal with, such as the Turo cars, and coming soon we'll have a pizza company as well. These two are rescue donkeys, miniature donkeys. We have Marco and Polo from Texas. They're adorable, and they will also be a feature of the farm, so when you first get dropped off at the beginning of the farm, hopefully that all the donkeys and as well as the horses will be over there to greet you, and potentially some goats as well.
Hi, we're providing water for them. This is meat one. He's our pet. We're not going to take him to slaughter because he's so cute. Now, the horses are going to shoo these guys out. And here's Jack. He's the lead horse. He's the boss of everybody. And we're planning on a catchment system for the guest center down there. Until the guest center is done, Jack, watch it. Until the guest center is done, we have to haul in water, 50 to 60 gallons. Don't do that, Jack. 50 to 60 gallons a day manually. And we bring that up from Hilo in these containers. When we go on vacation, we went to Waikoloa recently for a few days, and we have one of our helpers. We've got 2 employees that work part-time, and the one that lives closer took care of the waters for us. We're very grateful for that. They go through a lot of water, especially when it's warm out. As I say, the horses drink first. When they've had their fill, they mosey away, and then the cattle come in. So you'll see that process happen right now. Oh yeah, they like to drink it right out of the faucet. Isn't that something? Now this is Jack. He's a quarter horse. It turns out purebred quarter horse. The quarter horse has got the name because they're the fastest horse in the first quarter mile. Thoroughbreds are, of course, the ones that race the 2-mile, Preakness and Belmont and Kentucky Derby and those types of races. They need their hooves worked on every 2 months or so by a farrier. Looks at them, and the older horses know how to. Here comes Millie. Right behind you is Goldie. Now, these ladies might be getting a little upset because they're afraid that Jack is going to shoo them away, and Jack will kick at them. So we don't want to get caught between them if Jack's going to be mean to them. So they're just trying to figure out if Jack's going to let them drink right now. Jack's probably had enough that he doesn't mind giving up the spot, but I don't want to get between Jack and the girls. This is Goldie, the grandma, and Star, the mom, and Millie's back there. She's the granddaughter. Millie the filly. She's not quite 2. We haven't ridden her yet. She's not ready to be ridden. So Jack's still holding court, as he usually does. I've seen Jack bolted Goldie and Star, and it wasn't even over water once. So he's generally predictable, but occasionally somebody does something he doesn't like and he goes after them. Horses are expensive in Hawaii. The The mature trail horses will go for 10, 12,000. We got Jack at 3 years old. He'd been ridden but not well trained for 4,000, and Millie was just a year, maybe a year, and she was 2,000. And the guinea grass here is pretty good too. It's a little sweeter than optimal, but it's fine. And again, they get salt supplements. Hey, back away. He'll nip on the car too. He's big. Go away. Go away. Go away. Our trainers, we have 2 trainers that have told us what to do and what not to do around horses. One of the most important things is if you want them to do something, you have to show that you're in command. They're herd animals and they need to have a leader. Their leader, when we're not here, is Jack, and it took them 6 months to figure that out. They had a lot of hostility, you know, sort of feeling each other out. The horses wouldn't let me escape with the Timothy hay, so I have a bunch under that I smuggled in for the cattle. Dun, 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 dun. They're going to come quickly, and this is the time they all get sprayed. The spray doesn't bother them as much as it bothers the horses. You can see all those fleas on them. Let's go, you two. Come. 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 Gotta get you two. So, even though you're going to be able to sample our meat in the guest center, meat one is not going to be sacrificed because he's too darn cute. And he's kind of more like a dog than a cow. Often he'll let you pet him and stuff. See how the horses run him off. But they need a humane existence, so they get plenty of water and food and sprayed for fleas. And we're eventually going to put them down in a far paddock by themselves, about 4 acres, which got overeaten when we put all the animals down there because we didn't have this all fenced off. This has been fenced off for 5 weeks or so, and it's getting overgrazed too. So we got to find, we're going to have more fencing put in down there, more land used for the animals. Turns out horses eat about twice as much as cattle. And the cattle at this rate are gaining 2.5 pounds of meat, 4 pounds of total weight, 2.5 pounds of meat, and at $10 a pound, you can do the math. That's in Hawaii. You get an average of $10 a pound for the meat in Hawaii, you know, minus your costs, of course. So that's slaughtering. You got to take them to a USDA slaughterhouse, and then he'll pack them up and charge you for all that. This is meat. This is meat one. He's so friendly. Hi. Hi. We also inherited a guava tree just inside our fence. I don't know if it was purposely planted or just grew up wild and they've left it. It occurs randomly here and there throughout this area. You can pick it off of public land. There's a guava tree over there that has a lot of ripe fruit on it.